you can create this PRT fractal object, and it gives you a few controls of the, obviously you can change the two colors that have been blended, and you can create very quickly 1,000,000 particles or 10 million particles, 100 million particles, or 1 billion particles. Procedurally, just enter the number that you want at the render time. This is the number that you want in the viewport. So if you increase this one, you'll get it there, but it will be slightly slower to calculate. And you have a random seed and a number of transformations, which are kind of layers that define the transforms. If I use the same random seed but less transforms, it will create less iterations, and of course the result will look different. So here is with 3, and here is with 4. Actually, gets stretched much more. I can use any number here. I can go and enter 34, for example, and hit that button. It will look like this. And if I had 2 iterations, it's going to look like this, and so on. So I have a special editor that shows all those values. If I go and say I want to have actually 3 layers, and I'll create the random, and you see this dialog, I actually hit the button add fractal keyframes on the current frame. I can go to a different frame, create a completely different design, anything, something like this, hit the button add keyframes, and now I have an animation that is blending the one cloud into the other over time, just interpolating all these numbers here. But you don't really have to use the big number. You can keyframe individually each parameter, and these parameters are all animatable, and you can, if you change it to 0, for example, it turns off that layer because the weight is now 0, and you can tweak each one of these parameters and just change the appearance. It's a little bit like a make add button, or a set of buttons in this case, where I can create a design, look at it, render it, decide if you like it, animate between one and the other, and so on, and create more abstract creations. When we add the node-based channel editing later, and this is already the case in Krakatoa MX, this generator can be used to just create 1 billion particles on the fly, and then you can reposition them yourself by modifying the position channel to new settings. So this is a quick way to create a lot of particles on the fly, in addition to the PRT volume that fills a mesh to also give you millions of particles in relatively short time.